Hey there, this is going to be another sex compatibility reading for a client. I'm not going to say her name in this video, but she knows who she is. So I'm going to keep that confidential. And for any of you who are interested in this spread, it is $10. You can purchase this through my PayPal. I will leave all of that information below. If you're interested, you can email me as well if you have any questions about the spread. So all you'll need is your name and a name of another if you are inquiring about compatibility with you and a partner or someone you're interested in or dating, or if you're just wondering about the sexual compatibility between you and a person that you're calling in or meant to be with. That's possible as well. If you are single and have no one in mind, that's possible. So let's go ahead and get into it. So what is your natural sexual nature? What is your natural sexual nature? All right, so we have the Four of Wands. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle all the cards and I will be right back. All right, so here is the spread. So we're looking at you and the person that you are calling in currently. All right, so your natural sexual nature, you have the Four of Wands. So obviously, I feel like you have a lot of passion and a lot to offer sexually, but there's a lot of, sexual energy suppressed currently right now. And that's understandable due to your situation, obviously. That's understandable. But I feel like there's a lot of messages that you're getting in relations to, like, unleashing your inner passions. It may come through other ways. I'm getting to focus on your solar plexus chakra because there may be also a lack of confidence right now because of your position in some way, but just know that you have a lot to offer once you free yourself or liberate yourself from these self-doubts and start like moving your sexual energy in a creative place. I feel like dancing is one of them. Like moving your abdomen and moving your hips or something helps. It's like help get this energy flowing again because it's kind of like stagnant. Yes, I'm getting to work on your solar plexus chakra or your root and sacral. For the other person, their natural sexual nature is the Eon, which is like the Judgment card in this deck. It's a little different though, but I feel like their natural sexual nature is they're very confident in what they can do. They may be very boastful in some way in what they are able to offer and give sexually. It's like they're very in tune with their spirituality as well, so that plays a part. So they don't see sex as just a physical act. It's like they see it in like a spiritual, as a spiritual act as well. Also, they have like a nurturing side to them, a very feminine energy, or it could just be that they are very sensitive and very sensual sexually. Like that is their sexual pattern. So what it is that you desire in a sexual partner, you have the Ten of Cups. So you desire someone that's going to fulfill you in many different ways. This card is very strange. I feel like you want someone that is going to admire you or adore you physically and loves you, like loves your physical body no matter what it looks like. Whether you're too skinny or you might think you're too big, like however you look at yourself, like whatever you may be subconscious about, like they'll see you and admire you in like your vulnerability. I also feel like you want that sensuality, that nurturing, that emotional partner, um, very sweet, very tender, very loving, but you also want someone who's beastly, like maybe like rough sex every now and then, or someone who's aggressive or takes charge in some way. I'm like seeing like hair pulling and stuff. So you might like that as well, or you might desire that as well. And getting like multiple orgasm with the cups, with the that type of thing. So also a spiritual connection, one that you would only be this open and this trusting with someone only if this is overseen by God. Like this connection would have to be overseen by God is what I feel like for you. For them, what they desire in a sexual partner is the Ace of Cups. So they desire someone that is open and receptive to them emotionally and spiritually, like someone that can fulfill them on an emotional level and spiritually. Again, they look at sex not just as a physical act but as a spiritual act, so they would want that, they desire that as well. That emotional connection, that intimacy spiritually. What is it that you'll be able to give to this person sexually? You have the Three of Swords. So I feel like what you'll be able to give to them, um, I feel like it'll be kind of like making them wait a little bit. Okay. There's not being, you're not fully trusting. I feel like once the time is right, when you feel like this is the right one, like God has sent the right person to me, or I will know if this person's meant for me or not, then I'll open myself up to them. But right now it's kind of like a fight. Like you might fight it off for a while, whoever this person is, when they come in. I feel like you're going to give them a little bit of a fight and a little bit of a hard time before you're fully trusting of them. And even though in your situation, I still feel like there's some sort of hurt that you suffered when it comes to your sexuality, or maybe just heartache which comes to trusting someone on an intimate, like intimate level. And it doesn't have to be sexually, obviously, but other ways. So you're not that totally trusting with your body either. So it's kind of like you'll make them work for it, and that might be a little bit of a challenge. What they'll be able to give to you sexually is the Star. So I feel like they'll be able to give you everything that you desire. Also the admiration that you seek. Like almost like putting you on a pedestal. I feel like reaching heights here. This looks like the crown chakra to me. So I feel like spiritually reaching like your heights, like this person lines up for whatever it is that you truly desire, plus much more. It's a Star card, like the wish come true. um then with what will sex be like between you, you have the Hangman. So sex between you is definitely going to be like diving into some taboo stuff, like things that you might not totally be or thought you would have been interested in, might go against what you believe is traditions. um it's like it's not moralistic. It's like it's these things, it may include like dominatrix and things like that. Something about it is very different. It could be sex, like sex tantra or Kama Sutra. It's not going to be a traditional sexual act, you know, someone gets on top, or, you know, any like nothing like that in a traditional sense. It'll be very different. I feel like for the both of you, it's you guys have something different to bring to the table, but I feel like you guys will just naturally get into certain things that maybe you didn't know you would be into. Will you both be fulfilled sexually? I have the Five of Cups. So again, there may be a challenge in the beginning. There may be some arguments or at least fighting about certain things, like I don't like it like that, or this isn't, it's some type of battle. It could start off as very passionate. It seems like it would be a passionate energy emotionally, but somehow either of you are totally it's like are not totally fulfilled, and it's almost like you would still be holding back a little bit, and this person doesn't like that. I feel like they would see you as someone that needs to be more open or evolve a little bit more sexually, obviously. With your situation, I feel like that's understandable why you would not be that totally open, or you would have some growing to do, they would feel. But there's definitely a clash between something sexually, like what fulfills you both. How the advice for how to make things both, or how to make things more fulfilling for the both of you, we have adjustment, which is like the justice card. So I feel like it's gonna have to be a give and take. There's gonna have to be compromises, not compromising things that you don't feel are comfortable. Like if someone wants to whip you with chains and you feel like that would be too painful, obviously you don't want to just give into that. But if it's like you're not used to riding all the time, being on top, and you don't feel confident, I mean, that's something that you would have to at least compromise. It's not something that hurts you in any way or you feel is uncomfortable or disrespectful or degrading. It's, just something you're not comfortable with, in a sense that you're not experienced. That's different. So certain things, like, you might want to take things slower in the bedroom, whereas they like things more rough and more fast. They would have to compromise with that. So it's kind of like you guys would have to find a balance in what you both are willing to give and receive sexually in order to be fulfilled. Can't just be one-sided. And I also feel like you would have to talk about it and be open and truthful and honest about it as well. Okay, so that's your reading. I hope that you found this helpful and insightful and entertaining, anyone that's watched it as well. If you would like your own, again, you can contact me by email. This reading is $10, and you can purchase this directly through my PayPal account. So I send you guys much love, much light. Peace.